All right, good rising, everyone. Good rising. Let's just take a minute. Let me just take a second to take a breath, breathe out. I freaking made it to the stream there for a minute. I wasn't sure I was going to. Been quite a morning over here. Quite a morning at Karen Land. Children have been causing quite a ruckus. And, yeah. Coffee. What's up? What's up? Today is January 30th, 2023. Hi, Joelle. Joelle Lynn, good to see you. Good rising this morning. Billingtano, happy masculine Moonday. All right. I like that, actually. Jenny Spark, Candace C, Sherry Ives, Melodome, Chicago artist. Remove your children from their influence and devices. Protect the children. I agree. Brian Stavely, what's up? WhatsApp. What's up? What's up? NH Guy. Faye? Something. Love that clock cup, Karen. Thank you. Cheers. Green Chili Bear, Effie Viking, Tom Buddhist, Dean H. Look at all these lovely, fine people here today. Dave Messenger, Valley Parks, Alpine Endeavor, Tapered Bodies, Special K. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Late night on the plane with Joe. Hey Karen, I'm a night owl. I'll be sleeping when Coffee Talk comes on. Have a question. Can you recommend a good, reliable astrology website a novice can go and get a reading? Thank you. Well, you can get a reading just about anywhere you want. Hi, Good Times for All. And Spicy Sarah. Red Shift, Blue Shift. Hey. Zane Solo, thank you. Cheers. David is getting me coffee. Good job, David. That's what's up. Buenos dias. But if you want to get a reading from a geocentric astrologer or one who knows that what they're reading is above a level stationary plane. There's a couple. There's a channel called Unified Perspectives, which is a guy, he's a British guy who does readings. And there's also the woman that I did a show with. Her name's Erin Wage Astrology. And she does readings as well. And she's let me see if I can find her. Yeah, here we go. Erin Wage Astrology. Let me share my screen. Erin Wage, right here is how you spell it. So it's Erin Wage Astrology. She's a nice gal. I did a nice talk with her on my channel. She's pretty cool. Yeah, I would go there. If you want to get a real reading from an astrologer who knows what's up and can get really deep in there. She's learning medical astrology too. So, which is, yeah, see right here, it says medical astrology. So, cool. Nutrition, detoxification, which, that's a really good, that's a focus that's needed these days, right? So, that might be someone to check out. First time chat. Hey, I want to offer. No. Yeah, no spamming. Well, whatever. I don't care. I don't want your offer. I do not accept your offer. do not accept it. Yeah, good awakening. Athens site, good morning, Karen and all. And then if you want to go like for basic stuff on YouTube, I like, is it Astrology Podcast? Is that just the name of it? Yeah, the Astrology Podcast. This guy who runs this channel, he's pretty well spoken, he's pretty knowledgeable. I like the way he lays things out, and they will also like correlate what's going on in the sky with current events, and then they'll show you like historically like how the cycles go. So they'll go back and say, well, the last time this happened, this was happening in the world and this was happening in the world. And then you start to see that there is a correlation between the lights in the sky, where they are at the sky at certain times, and it influencing how people behave down here on this plane of existence, right? It's really kind of a trip. And their streams are kind of, their videos, some of them are kind of long. Well, this one is just the each sign year ahead. They're about a half hour. That's pretty cool. I'll have to check mine out. But they'll have other longer episodes. See, like here, like an hour and a half. This one's 3 hours, but they go really in depth about things, and they'll be in depth about the things that are currently going on. So you'll get to learn a lot about certain correlations between planets and stuff. Like if you want to learn, I would go there, you know. Oh, let me put a link. I'll put a link in the chat. Athens is Cedarial. You know, it's funny, yeah, Cedarial. Actually, I was going to get into that. I was thinking about talking about that a little bit today because of this meme. Finder. My Finder window going to come up? Let's see. Okay. Where is it? This meme that I posted, and then, here. Well, maybe I should just go to Twitter. I think I replied on Twitter with this meme. Let's see. Oh, not notifications. Here we go. Oh, here, this one. Okay. They say this is explained because the Earth doesn't actually take an exact 24 hours to go to make a full revolution. They say it makes 23 hours and 56 minutes. And so that 4 minutes of lag time over 6 months supposedly is supposed to correct the position of the Earth in relationship to the sun, so that 12 daytime is still daytime. Blah blah blah. Right? That's how it works. What's up, Rob Cleveland? So, how do we figure that out? Let's see. Because I remember looking this up before, like I was asking that question too when this question came up early in Flat Earth, and then I looked it up and I got that same answer, that it's because of the Cedarial day or whatever. Cedarial. How do you freaking spell that? I suck at spelling, you guys. I've never been very good at spelling, though. I don't never claim to be good at that. Yeah, here we go. This one. Of relating to concern with the stars or constellations, measured or determined by means of the apparent daily motion of the stars, relating to the stars, astral. That's all it means? Relating to the stars. Cedarial day measures the rotation of the Earth relative to the stars rather than the sun. It helps astronomers keep time and know where to point their telescopes without worrying about where Earth is in its orbit. So what is sidereal time? Every 24 hours, the Earth spins once around its axis and the sun loops around the sky from noon to noon, or the time it takes the sun to return to its highest point in the sky, is how we define the days of the week. Astronomers call this a solar day. Okay, so a solar day is noon to noon. But the time it takes for the sun to make one circuit around the sky and the time it takes our planet to complete one rotation is not the same thing. Okay, well, the planet's not fucking moving. The time it takes for the sun to make one circuit around the sky and the time it takes our planet to complete one rotation is not the same thing. If you've spent your life thinking that 24 hours is how long it takes Earth to rotate, you might be in for a surprise. In the time it takes Earth to spin once about its axis, it also moves along its orbit over 2.5 million kilometers. Because Earth has moved, the sun will not appear in the same part of the sky at the end of that rotation. To end up facing the sun again, the Earth has to rotate for another 4 minutes. In other words, a solar day is how long it takes Earth to rotate once, and then some. A sidereal day, 23 hours, 56 minutes, 4.1 seconds, is the amount of time needed to complete one rotation. In this system, the stars always appear at the same place in the sky at the same time each sidereal day. Sidereal noon, well, is when the vernal equinox, where the sun sits in the sky at the first moment of the northern hemisphere spring, passes directly overhead. The 4-minute difference between sidereal and solar days can be seen by watching the stars rise 4 minutes earlier every night. If Vega is rising at 9 p.m. tonight, then it will rise at 8:56 p.m. tomorrow. And so on and so forth. As Earth travels about the sun, we see each star earlier and earlier. Okay, so the sidereal day is them assuming that the Earth is actually moving through space around the sun, and they're measuring the time by the stars instead of the sun. So a sidereal day ignores the sun, but our clocks are run by the sun. So how does a sidereal day explain this meme then? Where is it? It doesn't. 4 seconds. It takes Earth 23 hours, 56 minutes, 4 seconds to rotate 360 degrees. No! The extra bit of rotation in that 24 hours is what offsets your orbital position and keeps the sun's position at noon correct. So, He's debunking. Okay, so I get it. There, he's debunking it. He's saying it debunks it because our Earth is moving, but you have to prove that the Earth is moving first. So they haven't done that. So it's just them. Okay, well, so the stars rotate at a different speed than the sun, which we already knew, which is different from the moon. So that's it. They're just measuring that. They're using the time that the stars rotate, or that they're a little bit different than everything else. The star field rotates independent of the sun and the moon. So that still doesn't make any sense. So they're saying that because the Earth is moving through space, that it corrects it. But that doesn't make sense. Does it? Or is it just me? Am I getting that wrong? They can rotate on D's. Yeah, I know. I just wanted to talk it out. Because it's been a while since I've talked about this or I've gone over it. Mastering the Zodiac, Cedarial, yeah. What's up, Grounded Extracts? Rasta Bear. Good to see you. Let me say hi to you good folks on Rockfin. Mark Wantraba, Carrie. Happy Moonday. Good to see you guys. So which one is correct? Karen B, it works. Whether the sky moves over the Earth or otherwise, the stars and sun and moon all move their own toroidal adjusted speeds in our sky. Does not make sense. Yeah. It doesn't make sense, right? Okay, so it's not just, yeah. Am I thinking that right? Did I come to the correct conclusion? I did. I mean, he's not even there. This is based on the assumption that the Earth is moving through space, and they have not proven that the Earth moves through space. Whatever. Nonsense. What's trending? Cat turd. Does cat turd say something funny? A 5th dose? Wow. Wow. Massifier destroys commercial egg farm? Massifier destroys commercial egg farm belonging to top U.S. supplier. Dozens of food processing plants were destroyed and or damaged last year by accidental fires after several months of a lull in mysterious fires rippling through the food industry. The first major one of the new year was reported by NBC Connecticut on Saturday. More than 100 firefighters battled a massive fire at a commercial egg farm in Basra, Connecticut on Saturday afternoon. According to Epoch Times, firefighters spent hours extinguishing 150-foot by 400-foot chicken coop at Hillendale Farms, which contained about 100,000 chickens. Wow. 100,000 chickens may have died in the fire. It also said that no injuries have been reported. Oof. Excuse me. This could be the start of another string of suspicious fires at food plants, citing Bloomberg Data News stories. Food plant fire jumped the most in a decade last year. Odd, right? Mm-hmm. Some have speculated food processing plants don't just accidentally catch fire at the rate seen last year. Others asking, is the U.S. food supply chain under attack? Well, I would argue that it's been under attack for quite some time, except in different ways. Like it came under big time attack in the 80s. Everything became pre-packaged, processed, beaver butt juice, dehydrated beaver butt juice flavoring. So I would argue that it's been under attack for quite some time. And then I did just watch a video today called Warning to Chicken backyard chicken people, and they're saying that like people, I guess, have been reporting that their chickens have stopped laying completely during the winter. Like it's supposed to slow down, like that's normal, but they're saying that it's like completely stopped in some of their chickens, and a lot of people are saying it's because the feed that they're getting from Tractor Supply, which is actually, we have chicken feed from there, so I'm kind of like, freaks me out a little bit. But I mean, we still get eggs, just not very many. Like it has slowed down, but it is winter, right? But we're still getting some eggs, although I don't know. You know, there have been a couple days where we didn't get any, but I didn't really think much of it. I still kind of don't, but I don't know. You know, something to think about. They're saying that the protein content has been compromised because of the supply chain, that's been been interrupted so much that now the chicken feed is like not what it used to be, and the chickens aren't getting what they need to do to lay eggs. I don't know. It's kind of a trip. Those food plants are for normies anyway. Possum ass. Yeah, and those effers are now starting to say that eggs cause heart attacks, according to new studies. I know, it's so stupid. Well, weren't they saying that before? They were saying because eggs had a high cholesterol content that it was bad for you, and that it was, like, causing... They've already been saying that, right? So they're just going back to that? It's stupid, though, but it already came out that that's, well, a while ago. I remember there was a doctor being kind of vocal about it, and he was saying that cholesterol is not the cause of heart disease, and that cholesterol is good for you. And you do need cholesterol. Dude, cholesterol feeds your brain. It's like the fat that feeds your brain, you know? I mean, that's why I stopped, eating low-fat anything. If I get yogurt, I'll get organic, full-fat yogurt, or for full-fat whatever. And I use butter... because it's dumb. That's the deception, right? Like them telling you low fat this, low fat that, but you actually need fat to sustain your body. Like it replaces sugar, right? So like, and you feed your brain and you use it for energy stores, and it's just, all of it together sustains you. But if you don't eat that, if you eat that low fat stuff, you're replacing it with something else that makes you want sugar, gives you a sugar addiction. So, yeah. My 9 chickens are 3 years old and stopped laying in November. Change them to goat feed. Tractor Supply has admitted to food formula change. It's symbolic of how humans are now sterile and will be having children. Well, Linux! I don't know about that. Don't they make flu shots with eggs? Yeah. Well, they do. There are a lot of those concoctions are made with eggs, and that's why people develop those severe egg allergies where, like, if they have egg, they'll die. That's why. Same with peanut allergies. All those weird food allergies that, all those poor countries don't have. Yeah. I fought my boss. Are they compound sand? Yeah. Earth don't move. That's right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So, I don't know what's going on with that. And how come nobody ever talks about how all these articles are written by Tyler Durden? Like, always. Like, the Fight Club dude is, like, the author to most of these articles. Have you ever noticed that? Like, it's weird, right? Who's Tyler Durden? Liberalism is a mental disorder. Jesus was trans. What is that?
If you don't play into the trans agenda, you're cast out as a bully and a vulnerable.
Jesus Christ. Alright, that's enough of that. Anyway. Sidereal days are also how astronomers define the rotation periods of other planets. It helps isolate how quickly the planet is actually spinning from how fast it's traveling about the sun. In most cases, like Earth, the difference between a solar day and a sidereal one is pretty small, but our solar system does have some notable exceptions. Okay, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. The sun only rises twice in a Venusian year, right? Anyway. I'm glad we got that straightened out. I email with Tyler behind the scenes and do not trust him. I don't know who that is. Who's Tyler? My hens quit laying for a month, just started again. Cool, Valley Parks. Yeah, I know it's from Fight Club, but that's what I'm saying. Like, who is it really? Like, it's obviously a pseudonym. Yeah. Oh, Tyler Durden. I know, Candace, that's what I'm saying. Like, they just backwards engineer. They have, you know, made up some silly story based on the lights in the sky. Oh, well, it's doing that because we're flying through space 4 extra minutes longer. And that makes it okay. You know, that's what I'm saying. I wanted to go back and I just wanted to go back and revisit it because it's just something I hadn't thought about for a while and I kind of forgot about it. And so then that makes me wonder, okay, so sidereal astrology then, what is special about that? So they're going by the position of the stars? Do they assume Earth's moving? You know, like, does sidereal astrology, is that where they add the Earth into the circle? Because that's dumb. I added black oil sunflower seeds and all my girls have been laying except one. Ted, I don't know if he's here listening. I mean, I know he's home today, but I thought we put black oil sunflower seeds in the mix for our chickens and they didn't like it. I don't remember. I thought he said they didn't like it. But I'll tell you what, they don't seem to like that food because it's all over the damn floor the ground outside. Vedic sidereal is supposed to be geocentric. Okay. Well, all of it's geocentric, though. Grounded extracts, it's all geocentric. All of it is. So check it out, right? All of it is. This line right here is the horizon. So the sun is currently above the horizon and it's over here because it's morning time, and then when it will be here it will be noon, and then when it's over here that will be sunset. This is the sun, right? Sun's in Aquarius. Time to be innovative. Shine in social groups. Gregarious pursuits rather than introspective. Be spontaneous. Huh. Okay. Sun is in the 11th house. As the sun moves through the 11th house of friends, groups, and social connections, your self-knowledge is boosted through these areas. This is an auspicious time to reassess your personal goals, discuss them with your friends, and attract networks that support you. It's time to reach out and connect. Trine Mars. Ideal time for competition if you are in a combative field or need that extra boost of energy to get ahead, but do remember to enlist others. Cooperation if you are working in a team. Use this transit to solve any problems, but don't create them. Right now you have the energy to move ahead with some of your objectives through cooperation. Blah, blah, blah. Square Uranus. This short period is likely to result in a restless spirit. Break free of restraints. Express your true self. Da 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 da! Weak influence, strong influence. Square the North Node. The nodes are a sensitive point in an astrology chart, and therefore transits are likely to indicate something significant when they occur. Sometimes the significance stands out and is obvious. At others, it is more subtle, and we have to look for the nuances. In this case, the Sun and the North Node significantly making changes that enable you to shine more brightly in your life. Destiny may give you a helping hand in the form of a person or a project. It is up to you to listen, learn, and move forward. Ooh, I like that. This is current, by the way. This is current. Current time. Square the South Node. Square the... Oh, it's square both the nodes. Interesting. Because here's the nodes right here. And then here's the sun right in between them. So it's creating that right angle. It's square to both of the nodes. Interesting. See? Right here. That's square. Very fascinating. And what's this one here? It's sesquisquare South Node and Neptune. Spiritual and artistic activities could be subject to delays and frustrations, in particular any associations with spiritual or artistic groups. It is time to tie up any loose ends from past associations before you are able to make the most of your present affiliations. This may be the cause of frustration, but you would do better to patiently attend to your duties. So it's saying now's a good time to tie up those loose ends, get done what needs to get done, finish up that stuff, out with the old, in with the new. But it is in fact all geocentric, yes, but they tell you some mental gymnastics to still be friends with NASA. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the seeds needed to be holed. Huh. Well, they weren't holding the seeds. I wonder how why their chickens eat it, but ours don't. But then they put songs like "Stand in a Place Where You Live" out there. Yeah. Have you listened to the lyrics? We should actually, let's look at that. It's so funny you say that. What? REM stand lyrics. Stand in the place where you live. Now face north. Think about direction. Wonder why you haven't before. Stand in the place where you were. Now face west. Think about the place where you live. Wonder why you haven't before. If you are confused, check with the sun. Carry a compass to help you along. Your feet are going to be on the ground. Your head is there to move you around. Yeah, face north. Think about direction. Wonder why you haven't before. It's kind of funny, huh? It's like all they say, too. If wishes were trees, the trees would be falling. Listen to reason. Reason is calling. Your feet are going to be on the ground. Your head is there to move you around. So that's like, it's almost like telling you, that there's an up and down, right? Your feet go on the ground, that's down, and your head's up to move you around, that's up, right? It's telling you the difference between up and down. Face west, think about where you live, wonder why you haven't before. It's pretty funny. We have picky chickens. I know. Yeah, all their songs are truth bombs. Sarah, you know what? There's a lot. In fact, Ted and I, one night, we were here by ourselves, so I was playing like old heavy metal that I used to listen to. We were looking at lyrics to like System of a Down, because I was showing him some Deftones lyrics, and like all these old bands that I used to listen to. I was like, man, no wonder I'm like so anti everything. I used to listen to all this stuff. Like I was reading like Sepultura lyrics, and like a lot of these old heavy metal bands were like, dude, they were speaking some good stuff, right? And I didn't even realize it back then. What was the other one you said? What's the frequency, Kenneth? Let's see. I can't think of what the lyrics for this one are, but let's go check it out. What's the frequency, Kenneth? Is your Benzedrine? I was brain dead, locked out, numb, not up to speed. I thought I'd pegged you in idiot's dream, tunnel vision from the outsider's screen. I never understood the frequency. We wore expectations like an armored suit. I studied your cartoons, radio, music, TV, movies, magazines. Richard said, withdrawal and disgust is not the same as apathy. I smile like a cartoon, tooth for a tooth. You said that irony was the shackles of youth. You wore a shirt of violent green. I never understood the frequency. What's the frequency, Kenneth? Is your Benzedrine? Butterfly decal, rearview mirror, dogging the scene. You smell like the cartoon. Butterfly is mind control. So frequency, mind control. What's Benzedrine do? Is that like a sedative? Because I'm not very good at knowing what those things... Amphetamine? Okay. First brand of amphetamine marketed in the United States in the 1930s. Okay. Alright. So it's like meth. I couldn't understand. I never understood Don't Fuck With Me. It's kind of weird. Those lyrics are kind of weird. Raining Blood. Sepultura kicks ass. Dude, you want to see some Sepultura lyrics? When I was like playing old Sepultura lyrics, I was like, no way, dude. They get it. Sepultura. Let's see. Here, how about what was that one song? Biotech. Biotech is Godzilla. To save the Earth, our rulers met. Some had other secret plans. No, Biotech. Strip mine the Amazon of cells of life itself. Gold rush for Genesis is on, natives get nothing. Biotech is Godzilla. Mutations cooked in labs, money-mad experiments, new food and medicine, new germs and accidents. World most polluted town, air melt your face. Deformed children all around. Biotechnology ain't what's so bad, like all technology, it's in the wrong hands. Cutthroat corporations don't give a damn when lots of people die from what they've made. Biotech is AIDS. Yeah. Like, dude, it's crazy. What else? Let's see. Chaos AD. What other? Slave New World. Face the enemy, stare inside you, control your thoughts, destroy them all. You censor what we breathe, prejudice with no belief, senseless violence all around. Who is it that keeps us down? Once all free tribes chained down, led lives, boils inside me. We're not slaves, we're free. Face the enemy, stare inside you, control your thoughts, destroy them all. What was the other one? Probably Territory. This was that one. Unknown man speaks to the world, suck in your trust, a trap in every word, war for territory. Choice control behind propaganda, poor information to manage your anger, war for territory. Dictator speech, blasting off your life, rule to kill the urge, dumb asshole speech. Years of fighting, teaching my son to believe in that man, racist human being, racist ground will live, shame and regret of the pride you've once possessed, war for territory. They say a lot, there's a lot of stuff like that. And this is old. This is 1993. And not only Sepultura, but let's see, who else? How do you search? Let's see. System of a Down has some great stuff too. That's not the one I wanted to see. I thought it was going to show me. What was that one, Ted? Can you remind me? Oh, Chicken Stew. That's right. That album had some good stuff. Now I'm having trouble remembering which one was that song, but it was from this album, System of a Down, still this album. How do you find? It's hard to search this site directly from the site. Yeah, the kombucha mushroom people sitting around all day. Who can believe you? Who can let your mother pray? The kombucha mushroom people sitting around all day. But that's not the one. There was another album or another song that had the... What was it? Which was that song? I can't remember the lyrics. The name of the song. Was it this one? Yeah, oh, okay, this is it. Peter's pecker picked another pickle baron pussy pepper why. And then meeting John at Dale Jr.'s winked an eye and point a finger why. A former cop undercover just got shot, now recovered why. Fighting crime with a partner, Lois Lane, Jimmy Carter, woo 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 woo. Anyway, but this one here, this lyric right here, meeting John at Dale Jr.'s winked an eye, point a finger. It's like they're pointing out like signals and winking and like secret things to each other. A former cop undercover just got shot, now recovered. Why? I guess that doesn't mean as much as I thought it did originally. Was it science? Oh, science is a good one, yeah. Do they have science on here? Psycho. Oh, here we go. Yeah. This one is kind of cool. Making two possibilities a reality, predicting the future of things we all know, fighting off the diseased programming of centuries, Science fails to recognize the single most potent element of human existence. Letting the reins go to the unfolding is faith, faith, faith. Science has failed our world. Science has failed our Mother Earth. Science fails to recognize the single most potent element of human existence. Letting the reins go to the unfolding. I think that's like, it's like the natural entropy of the world instead of trying to control everything. Science has failed our world. Science has failed our earth. And then it says, spirit moves through all things. Spirit moves through all things. Spirit moves through all things. Yeah, I like that song. Science has failed our Mother Earth. Sugar. Prison song. Let's see, what's prison song? They're trying to build a prison, right? Yeah, they're trying to build a prison for me and you to live in. Following the rights movements, you clamped down with your iron fist. Drugs became conveniently available for all the kids. Following the rights movement, you clamped down with your iron fist. Drugs became conveniently available for all the kids. I buy my crack, I smack my bitch right here in Hollywood. Nearly 2 million Americans incarcerated in the prison system. They're trying to build a prison for me and you to live in. Minor drug offenders fill your prisons. You don't even flinch. All your taxpayers paying for your wars against the new non-rich. Minor drug offenders fill your prisons. Blah blah blah. I buy my crack, I smack my bitch right here in Hollywood. Yeah, your souls, right? Yeah. What was BYOB? Let's see. Let's look at that one. Why do they always send the poor, right? That was the bombs. Barbarisms by Barbarous with pointed heels. Victorious kneel for the brand new spanking deals. Marching forward, Hippocratic, hypnotic computers. You depend on our protection, yet you feed us lies from the tablecloth. Dancing in the desert, blowing up the sunshine. Breaking into Fort Knox, stealing our intentions. Hangers sitting, dripped in oil, crying freedom. Yeah. It's talking about the Proxy Wars. Why do they always send the poor? Where the fuck are you? Why don't presidents fight the war? Why do they always send the poor? Why don't presidents fight the war? Why do they always send the poor? They always send the poor. It's just true. Yep. Embryonic cells. Yeah, embryonic cells. That's right. That's a good one. Let's go back to Sepultura. Let's see. Dead embryonic cells. Here we go. Land of anger, I didn't ask to be born. Sadness, sorrow, everything so alone. Laboratory sickness, infects humanity. No hope for cure, die by technology. Isn't that crazy? A world full of shit coming down, tribal violence everywhere, life in the age of terrorism. We spit in your other face. War of races, world without intelligence, a place consumed by time, end of it all. We're born. With pain, no more, we're dead embryonic cells. Corrosion inside, we feel condemned future, we see emptiness calls, we hear final premonition, the truth. Land of anger, I didn't ask to be born. Sadness, sorrow. No hope for cure, die by technology. Laboratory sickness infects humanity, no hope for cure, die by technology. Boom. How they know? How they know? That was the week before 9/11. Which one? Dead embryonic cells? No. That was way older than that. What you talking about? What came out the week before 9/11? The toxicity one? The System of a Down one? I think that, yeah. I'm going to start staring into the sun pretty soon. Do it, Carrie. Sunrise and sunset is the best times to do sun gazing. It's 10 seconds a day, add 10 seconds each day. God Hates Us All came out on 9/11. Slayer. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Sepultura. Let's see. I remember that God Hates Us All, that album came out on 9/11. Isn't that crazy? Let's see. Did somebody say Rain in Blood? Trapped in purgatory, a lifeless object, alive, awaiting reprisal, death will be their acquittance. The sky is turning red, return to power draws near, fall into me, the sky's crimson tears, abolish the rules made of stone. Pierced from below, souls of my treacherous past, betrayed by many, now ornaments dripping above, awaiting for our reprisal. Your time slips away. Rain and blood from a lacerated sky, bleeding its horror, creating my structure. Now I shall rain in blood. Yeah, I don't know about those lyrics. Those don't seem like they're really telling us too much. I did used to like Slayer though. Scorched Earth, the policy. The reason for the siege, the pendulum. Well, yeah, I'm not getting much out of Slayer's lyrics. The lacerated skies. Advertising causes me therapy. Yeah, exactly. That's right. That was another one. That's a good one to bring up. Yeah. Chop suey. Right here. Wake up, grab a brush and put a little makeup. Hide your scars to fade away the shake-up. Why'd you leave the keys upon the table? Here you go, create another fable. You wanted to grab a brush and put a little makeup. I don't think you trust my self-righteous suicide. I cry when angels deserve to die. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, this is chop suey, not chicken stew. Derp. Wrong song. Chicken stew. Chicken stew. There it is. What a splendid pie. Pizza, pizza pie. Every minute, every second. Bye, 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 bye. What a splendid pie. Pizza, pizza pie. Every minute, every second. Bye, 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 bye. Pepperoni and green peppers, mushrooms, olive chives. Need therapy, need therapy. Advertising causes me therapy. Advertising's got you on the run. Advertising's got you on the run. Yeah. I've always liked System of a Down, though. They do have some good lyrics. Let me show you some Deftones since we're doing this, because gotta show you a little bit of Deftones. Deftones, Hole in the Earth. I love this. This one is so funny. Can you explain to me how you're so evil? How? It's too late for me now. There's a hole in the earth. I'm out. There's a hole in the earth. I'm out. And the way he says it, there's a hole in the earth. Like, I'm out. Like, dude, I'm out of here. This is crazy. Can you explain to me now? If you're still able, well, it's time I think you know the truth. There's a hole in the earth. I'm out. I hate all of my friends. They all lack taste sometimes. There's a hole in the earth. I'm out. Please take a bow. This is the end. Somewhere. I hate all my friends. And it just sort of makes me think like about when you first find out that the earth is flat and then like none of your friends get it and you're like, man, they all lack taste somehow. They just don't get it. Anyway, I like that one. And then they have, oh, what was that one? Deftones. What was the other one? There's one album that a bunch of the songs on there. Oh, here we go. Leathers, you guys. Dude, Chino writes some deep lyrics. So this is your chance. Look at this. This is your chance. Revolt, resist, open your chest, look down, reach in, shedding your skin, showing your texture, time to let everything inside show. You're cutting your ties now and forever, time to let everything outside you. So it's like, you know how like we talk about like, or we have talked about like before, like you're a light body, right? You're a light body in having a physical experience, right? So it's like shedding your skin, showing your texture, right? And later on it says showing your lines and your shapes. So it says, this is your test, come forth, confess, extend your tongue, speak out, go on, shedding your skin, showing your texture, time to let everything inside show, cutting your ties now and forever, shed your casing, show your lines and your shapes, wear your insides on the outside, show your enemy what you look like from the inside. And it's like, you know, showing like, your enemy, like those who oppose you, like, look, don't mess with me, man. I ain't just some dumb monkey. I'm a light body. I'm a divine being up inside here, you know? Show your lines and your shapes. This is what I get from these lyrics. I love it. And it's called Leathers. Right? So that's a good one. And then there's another one that they have that I really like. What was that song called? I can't remember the title of it. I always have a hard... Oh, Swerve City. Watch this, you guys. She breaks her horses with strange, distant voices that travel through the air. Right? That's like... this song talks about so much crazy stuff. Like, it talks about, you know... interspecies telepathic communication and electromagnetic forces, like the way that he describes it in the lyrics, that travel through the air. She tames me with her voices and she plays around with her forces that travel through the air. Distant howling out that keeps you floating around. It's like sonic levitation, right? Howling out, forces floating around. She breaks her horses with strange distant voices that travel through the air. I don't know. I like it. Look at the lost souls. Look at all, see you guys, all of the, and it's so funny because you guys are all putting suggestions in here now that they're all over the place. It's like, it's music, like some of these music, there's definitely some sort of like controlled, like programming type music out there, right? Like that stupid, like brainless top 40 fucking bullshit that they put all the time, like WAP, like, you know, that brainless crap, like shake your ass and your titty and your ass and titty, ass, titty, titty's ass, right? Like that's all it is, right? But then there's other music that is good and they're true artists and like they're totally drawing inspiration from another place, right? Like they're tapped in. Like I feel like some of these, especially these bands, when they get together and they're all playing instruments and they're all creating like these sonic waveforms, right? From themselves. And they're sort of like all getting together and then they're like, you know, vibing. And I think that when you get a group together that really works well together and they're really connected, like the System of a Down guys or like the Deftones guys, they can get, you know, or any of these bands that you guys are talking about, they start to like, you know, where does that creativity come from? Like, what are they drawing from? Like, even when I used to draw on stuff for hours and hours and hours and I would draw stuff and people would be like, how did you come up with drawing that? Or how'd you think about that? And I'm like, I don't know. I just drew it. You know, it just comes out. You know, sometimes stuff just comes out. And, you know, if they're somehow tapping into the ether, and, you know, it's funny too, because there's a lot of Deftones songs that talk about the ether. show more songs. No. Let's see. Is this one? Like this one. Here's another good song that I like by them that talk about it. I think it's obvious we are a mess. We cut against the grain. It's contagious how we live. If you're curious of the valiance, I can show you. Because I forget all of this is obvious. We're entirely insane, they claim. They want to climb into our brain waves. I know you're wondering, the two of us, we adapt these traits. I can teach you how we play. Curious how the brilliance controls you. We're entirely insane, but they'd like to climb inside our brain waves. You know. Let's see. I gotta find the one where he talks about the ether. It's like, I'll be listening to it and I'm like, see, he's talking about the ether again. And then I forget the name of the song. No, not that one. Limp Bizkit. You know what I'm gonna do? Hold on. I need to open my phone lines.
Welcome to the conference center.
Oh, there it goes.
There is one party in the conference. You are a host.
Oh, somebody's already on my... No, that was me. Alright. Phone lines are open. If anybody wants to call and talk, chit chat, maybe bring up your favorite lyrics that are telling you the truth about something, because I love stuff like this. I love going through stuff like this because it's funny, because like then you start to realize, you're like, dude, where are these guys? How do they know? You know, it's fun. Tavistock, right? Tavistock, exactly. Musicians get in flow and pull truth from the ether. 100%. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. All mainstream music is controlled. Yeah, Charlie, I don't agree. And I actually used to, when I first woke up to Flat Earth and we started learning about how frequencies affect you and all that stuff, I stopped listening to music. Like, I'm a huge music fan. I used to go to live shows all the time. I've talked about this a lot recently. That was a huge thing that I was into, right? And when I started learning about the 440 versus 432 and da-da-da-da-da, I stopped listening to music for, like, I just cold stopped, and like for years, for 2-3 years, I didn't listen to music. And because of that reason, because I was like, dude, what is it doing to me? You know, and I started to get paranoid about it. And then as time went on, I kind of got a little bit past that, and I looked into it a little bit more. Well, then fast forward to when Stephen Carpenter, who happens to play guitar for the Deftones, okay, he's the guy who's been playing guitar for Deftones since they started for like 30 years, and he came out as a flat earther. And he came and contacted me and Mark Sargent, and he came on the shows with us, and he talks to us, and like, we went and met him. Ted and I went and met the Deftones. We went to the show. He got us VIP passes. We talked to them. We hung out with them. I mean, they're just regular dudes. And one thing I like about the Deftones too is like they're not like a studio, like a manufactured band, right? These guys all are the same dudes who've been in this band, who all met in Sacramento at McClatchy High School. And they've been the same dudes this whole time, except for Chi, who died after getting in a very tragic car accident and being in a coma. But they've been the same dudes the whole time. You know, they've been friends for the whole time that they've been in a band together. So they're like genuine dudes. And even Stefan was like, we talked about it. He's like, yeah, it's not. We're not doing that. He's like, but they do, the industry standard does have everybody tuning to 440 instead of 432. So like, he can't change his tuning to 432 because then he won't match everybody else, you know? So it's like, they have to, because that's like the industry standard, that's just what they use. Although he is into and open to he has mentioned that he wants to do some stuff, some side projects where it has to do with like different tunings and stuff. So that's cool, right? But he was like such a good dude. And that's when I was like, okay, they're not. And then when we were hanging out back there and we were like flat smacking the other dudes in the bands, like they were playing with that band Gojira, which is like a really popular metal band now. And I forget who else was there, and like they're just all back there just shooting the shit, flat smacking. Like it was cool. Anyway, so I don't think that all mainstream music is controlled 100%. I think they do control it to an extent, like with the tunings and stuff, right? They make them use 440 over 432, but I think that like when I was looking back at a lot of the lyrics and stuff, like musicians and artists get away with saying a lot more than somebody who just goes on camera and just blurts it out, like in a way where, you know, like I'm doing it now, right? But when they put it in a song or they hide it under like a heavy guitar riff, you know, they get away with a lot more. You know, it's funny. The stoner band Sleep plays in 432. Oh my god, I remember Sleep. I had that CD. I haven't thought about that in so long. I had Sleep's Holy Mountain. And this is the problem, right? The 440, is that the problem? What you're talking about? Conspiracy Music Guru, the 440 versus 432, right? That's the problem, is the tuning. But I don't think like the band is actually controlled. Like they're like, you must do this song or talk about this. You know what I'm saying? It's the industry standard bullshit. Thanks for calling Coffee Talk. You're on with Karen B. Just says wireless caller. Who's this?
Greetings. Grand Rising.
Grand
this
Rising.
Is, Rasta Bear.
Hey, Rasta Bear. What's going on?
I'll just get my morning started. About to take my daughter to school. And yeah, just listening to you here.
Cool.
And I looked at your phone number to dial in, and it has the 222 in it.
Mm-hmm.
And the 222s have been following me like wild here lately, like just like slapping me in the face left and right, which it's like angel coding, you know. And it's like, so when I see it, I'm like, okay, I will, go here. Or I'm gonna give you a call and say good morning to you. I like the subject that you're talking about right now, the music,
mm-hmm.
And especially with like the mainstream artists and how they encode truth into it. I'm real into hip hop. I'm actually starting a hip hop thing myself right now. I just gave myself the artist name. Well, I've had it for a long time, but I just announced it. Andre 420 is my artist name. I named it, after Andre 3000 from Outkast, because
mm-hmm.
him and I share the same birthday as February 1st, which is coming up here. And so I have a real appreciation for the hip hop. And one artist, that's been a lot in the news here lately is Kanye West. And one of his really most profound albums is the College Dropout album. And there's just there's just so much truth sprinkled through that album. Like if you go back and listen to it, it's one of those classic albums that you can just play all the way through and really vibe out to. And yeah, there's just so much. I mean, even the title of the album, College Dropout, it's significant of like dropping out of the indoctrination and, you know, stepping back into reality, you know, and waking up our light bodies from all of this. But then this last summer, I was actually blessed I was at this Reggae on the Patio event here in Portland, and B.O.B. happened to be playing at the theater later that night, and I didn't even know he was going to be there. And so I was able to talk to my DJ friend, and he got me on the list to get in, and I got to go in and see B.O.B., which, you know, if anybody in the chat doesn't know, he's someone just like the Deftones brother. He, like, you know, he came out and, you know, as an advocate for the flat earth. You know, he was one of the mainstream, like he's about as mainstream as you get when it comes to like hip hop and whatnot. And to be an advocate for the flat earth, you know, I was like, I got lots of respect for this dude, and his like flows are so tight. Like he's just a legit individual. And the other morning, because I have Spotify, and sometimes I swear that thing just reads my mind or my soul or my energies. Like when I put it on the random playlist, it's just so profound. The way the order of songs it'll play, or it'll just play exactly what I need to hear right then to like light me on fire and get me going. And the other morning I got in my truck, and the song by B.O.B., Bombs Away, came on. And the lyrics to that, if I can read some of them real quick, it starts out with Morgan Freeman, and like he's doing like some narrating, you know, like he's played so many different characters in movies, from God himself to Nelson Mandela to, you know, anything in between. Like Morgan Freeman's the go-to guy, and some people even say, you know, he looks just like Jimi Hendrix if you put the pictures of Morgan Freeman and Jimi Hendrix up together. Mm-hmm. And so the song begins, it says, as the war between light and darkness continues, heroes and villains become harder to identify. Kindred spirits separated at birth, fighting for their place in time to be solidified. The clock ticks faster and faster, while time runs a marathon in this Babylon. But see, the end is only the beginning of the calm before the storm. And then B.O.B. chimes in, and he's like, I used to dream of success. Now success is inadequate. It seems the bigger I get, the more they get mad at me. Because there ain't no rules inside this fight that we are battling, and it ain't no leftover scraps. You only eat it if you capture it. And I swear it's like a fucked up reality, but creation needs a devil, and the devil needs an advocate, I guess. And it ain't too big and I ain't too big on duality, but you think you know me? You ain't seen the half of me. So fly, no gravity, so high, Mount Everest. And the snow must go on, yes, but I don't have to act in it. Or the show must go on, but I don't have to act in it. And they don't make a television that handles the frequencies of my channel, and there ain't no computer that can hack it. It's just, I just don't have the capacity. Hell nah, this ain't happening. You hustle? Well, we are a grand hustle. We ain't mastered it. Y'all working on your bachelors. We ball like the athletes. Drink wine out of chalices on Sunday like we Catholics. And if this is an embassy, consider me ambassador. Official, no artificial preservatives or additives. I love it, but I ain't attached to it. They call this a game because it's exactly. Whenever I wake up, I get this feeling that I can't wait up. Because time is ticking, bombs away. Whenever I wake up, I get this feeling that I can't wake up. Because time is ticking, bombs away. And it seems like in the grand scheme of it all, the world's run by a few people. And we never seen them at all. How do they exist? If we don't know who they are, they can be you, they could be me. They could be queens or gods. Some of us say that we're slaves, an alien race created us all from a distant star. Some say through evolution we evolved. But it ain't anything. What you finna see is change. Don't be alarmed. And whoever they are, well, I think that it's time that we start taking charge. Fuck rules, fuck bars. You can be whatever you want. You can be a star with a car, with a house made out of gold. And in the spring, on the falls, you could never see it all. If you don't know what I mean, have you seen Niagara Falls? Man, I swear this world is ours, but I've just been pushed out too far. Now I be beasting up on these bars, freak out to a beat, and then beat out to raw. Good God. If I go this hard, by the time I'm 90, I won't need Viagra, nah. Even if I had a dog, I'd be the canine, I'd have a ball. Better watch out when you cross my yard. I'm a flame, I'm a spark, I'm a dive. Y'all in the park, look at my shot, look at my arc. Look at the crowds as soon as I start. Look in their eyes, look in their hearts. 2 middle fingers straight at the law. Sincerely yours, sir, I pray to your Lord. Because this is a war, and we ain't talking about bullets or swords. UFOs don't make any noise when they travel in hyper speed. So welcome aboard. And like it's just that's like an anthem that I just like I rock out. I've been listening to that song like numerous times now because like it hits so hard and the bass is so dope. It's just anybody who hasn't heard that song, B.O.B. Bombs Away, that's one that I advocate for. And other than that, I got to go here in a minute to get my daughter off to school. But I did want to share with you this idea that I'm starting production on this week because I know you're into rocks and crystals, and you have a lovely crystal collection. So like I'm dropping this pillow company this week, and it's called Rockstone Pillows, and that's because there's a Bob Marley song called Walking Blues. And he's like, Rockstone was my bed, or cold ground was my bed last night, and rock was my pillow too. Cold ground was my bed last night, and the rock was my pillow too. And the reason it's going to be rocks, not because the pillow is going to be rock hard, because it's going to be actually, I'm like the Rasta Mike Lindell, and I'm going to be dropping these things like it's like I'm the new My Pillow guy. And so it's going to be like you're going to be sleeping on a cloud with these pillows, but embedded in the center of the pillow, I'm putting a crystal. And it can be whatever crystal is like really something special to you, but there's going to be a compartment in the middle of the pillow where you can put the crystal. And what that's going to do is it's right where your pineal gland is, right? When you're laying down and going to sleep. And so it's going to activate your pineal gland and open up your third eye while you're laying there in your dreams. And so what it's going to do is it's going to build a bridge a gap in between your dream world and your physical. So like you'll not only be able to have more interactions in your dreams, but your dreams when you wake up are going to have more meaning because the crystal there is going to give you that extra little wiring boost. So I'm excited to drop this. I want to hear your thoughts on it too. Like, does that sound like a legitimate function of the crystal to be able to do that? And if you place it, because some people place the crystal on your third eye temple.
Yeah, you can get
exactly.
like headbands, or you can put it on a beanie or attach it to a hat where you'll always have the crystal over your third eye. Yeah, I mean, maybe.
Right. So if you're sleeping on it at night, right? And no one else in the community. I've been to tons of festivals and all this, and I've never seen anyone slinging pillows at all. And so not only am I making pillows, but these have a function for our spiritual light bodies to basically activate our third eyes and keep them activated while we sleep. So like even when we're in shutdown mode, we're fully activated with our light bodies. And so I'm really excited to get out there and, hit up lots of different festivals and events and, really get this out there in the community.
Cool. All right.
Yeah. So, yeah. And, I'll end it on that. I just wanted to wish everyone a blessed day and much love to everyone in the chat. The chat is what makes this so great, being able to get in. I was on your anti-religious scripture study on Sunday, I think it was on Sunday.
Saturday.
And Saturday. Okay, yeah, I get the days confused sometimes. But on Saturday, and Just Jack, he put his email on the show, and I sent him an email telling him, because I'm going through like this wild light body activation right now that's undescribed. Like I can describe it, but it takes time to do. And so like I had mentioned that to him. I sent him an email, and within a minute after your show was over, he called me, and we had like this wonderful hour-long conversation. And you know, because he was totally relating to everything I was explaining that's happening to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just so thankful, you know, that, you know, like almost instantly after your show ended, he gave me a call and we had such a wonderful chat.
That's
and
cool.
So, you know, that's the community, you know, like Awesome Austin in the chat. Like he, you know, like a lot of people have been like kind of concerned and thinking I'm going off my rocker because like this light is so like intense right now that, you know, it's like it's bouncing around to where like I have to rein it in. And he just messaged me out of the blue the other day to check on me and just to, you know, see if I'm doing all right. And, you know, that's the type of community that we're in, where these people are full of love and, you know, want to lend a hand and pick each other up when we feel like we might need to. You know, when we're called to like reach out to our brothers and sisters to be like, yo, you doing all right? Can I do anything to help lift you up? And, you know, that's the beauty of this. And so like we're, you know, so many beautiful, awesome souls, and I love you all. And God bless and namaste.
All right. Take care. Thanks for calling.
Yeah. Much love, Karen.
Right. Yeah. Rasta Bear's a little excited. There's nothing wrong with that. I saw somebody, was it you? It was Gordy from the Weaving Spiders. Cheers. Thank you for having me on the other night, by the way, who suggested King's X, All God's Children's lyrics. It came in the water, it came with the flood, it seeped into everything that we couldn't be rid of. We bathed in the fountains, we played in the mud, we breathed as it rotted, it got in our blood. And all God's children kept believing anyway, all God's children believed anyway. It was down in the basement, you were up in your throne, while vegetation wasted, we were left picking the bones, but nobody complained. Fact, they said it was right, so they all lit up torches and marched into the night, and all God's children kept believing anyway. That's kind of creepy. That is kind of creepy. Hey Benjamin. Hail. I've got to confess, I was looking for a nice fresh hat and landed on the Deftones Goon Squad hat. I like my Goon Squad hat. Is it in here still? I think it might be in the other room. I love that hat. Dude, I don't care about sporting Deftone stuff because Deftone is all about the flat earth. He represents, so it makes me happy. So I feel okay to geek out about Deftones again. And it's cool too because I liked them anyway, and it was so funny because like I lived in Sacramento and I even went to their practice spot. It was like my first husband used to play drums, and he was playing a show at a local place in downtown Sacramento, and Abe, the drummer from the Deftones, would happen to be at that show because he was friends with, you know, they're all local people there. Like, where, you know, it's just, that's how it was. Like, we're in some hole in the wall in downtown Sacramento, and there's the drummer for the Deftones, and then we all just start hanging out, and then after the show ends, we all go back to the Deftones spot, and we get to watch Abe play drums for like 30 minutes. Well, we're all fucking around in the Deftones practice spot. It was really cool. I may or may not have used their bong. Anyway, but only Abe was there. So then fast forward all these years later, when I meet Stefan, he was like, hey, I was like, yeah, I even went to your practice spot in West Sacramento. He's like, did I meet you? I was like, no, it was just Abe. But it's cool, you know? Hail. All seeing eye. So I want to go back to a comment I saw earlier, where it was Griffin. What did you say about 440? You said you actually prefer 440? Let's see. I'm curious about that. What did you say? Deepy, deepy, deep. I prefer 440. 432 sounds out of tune, and there are no strings designed around 432. I hadn't heard anybody say that before. But I know, like, when I brought it up to Stefan, even he was like he didn't even knowing, what he knows, he was just kind of like, he didn't really seem like, like it was, the way he talked about it, it was like not as easy as just tuning everything to 432 and then like that's it, you were in 432. Like I don't know enough about it though. But I know that Conspiracy Music Guru wrote a whole album in solfeggio frequencies and it's pretty awesome. And I don't know what strings he used, or did you have to use special strings, or is it difficult because of, I don't know. Like I didn't even realize that would make a difference. But also, Conspiracy Music Guru says, this might be a good time to mention my new album will be out February 23rd. That's awesome, Music Guru. Can't wait to hear it. And what kind of album is it? Is it another solfeggio album, or is it just like, what is it? I'm curious. Do we get a hint? Mark Devlin has written a trilogy of books on the subject called Musical Truth. Yes, I'm very familiar with Mark. I met Mark in Amsterdam at the Flat Earth Conference in Amsterdam. Actually, if I can get things going and we can get the US opened up by Flattoberfest 2023, Mark might be in attendance. So that would be cool. And Trevor7, I saw you, by the way. I got your package in the mailbox. Trevor7, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Very, very, very kind of you, sir. Very kind. 528 hertz tuning fork pointed at my forehead helps get my third eye open. Yeah, but I got a 528 sitting right here, actually. That's one of my favorites. The 528 is one of my favorites. Let's give it a whack right now. I love it. Thank you for calling Coffee Talk. You're on with Karen B.
Hi, Karen. I wanted to call and thank you for everything that you're doing. And thank you for sharing the Flat Earth TV guide with everyone. This has been 6 years in the making. This is what I've been trying to achieve with the True Video website, but I wasn't able to because I guess there's too much going on, with the archiving and all this other stuff. But this, with the Flat Earth TV guide, boom, this is what everybody's been waiting for. It's finally here, so we can make Flat Earth go viral. Tell everybody about it. There's a collection of all of these Flat Earth channels all in one place. When they go live, it shows up. So you don't have to depend on YouTube to, send you a notification. Or if they accidentally or by whatever means, they, unsubscribe you from these channels, and then you don't get the notifications at all. But this way, it's like everybody is going to be updated through the website of all of these great live streams and channels and videos. And I've actually made a really awesome code update where it's going to be able to show, I haven't deployed it yet, but I will soon, where it's going to show the number of videos per channel. So when you're looking at the list, you can see the count of videos that they uploaded and stuff like this. And I'll fix the pagination. But for now, it's already a really good thing. And it's great for sharing with everybody, so that they can learn. And there's not all of this government propaganda trying to steer everybody away with the recommended videos that they changed, when they were trying to switch up the algorithm to screw everybody. Mm-hmm. Anyway, sorry, I kind of went off, but I wanted to share a song with you. Actually, I think I might have learned about this song from you. It's a Flat Earth song. It's called Welcome to the Show. Stan Smith's channel uploaded it. I'll put the link into the chat.
Yeah, so that song that's a song by Isa Mahalski, who did that song years ago, and I think other people have just covered it. I don't know if it's what version it is that you have
Oh,
uploaded.
okay, right. Yeah, you're right about that. It is Isa, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I wanted to welcome you to the show. You're featured on the website. Lots of people that learn about Flat Earth will be able to hopefully join your live streams because of the website. When you go live, they'll be able to see it. Yeah, FE TV Guide is here for the Flat Earth community, hopefully to wake more people up.
Mm-hmm. Right on. Awesome. Cool. I
Yeah,
see the
even
link
the
being
logo
posted in
even spins. The sun and the moon inside of the logo even spin.
there. Right on. Cool.
All right, so yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you so much for everything. Keep up the great work.
All right. Thanks. You too.
Have a great day.
You too. All right. Yeah. I just missed 11:11. So you guys, I see you having the 440 versus 432 discussion here, and I want to get into this now. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Don McLean's American Pie song. Some say it's about dark satanic undertone. I don't know. I'd have to look at the lyrics. I don't recall what that is offhand, but so you guys are 440 sounds more in tune to me, to Jameson. Some people saying they don't hear the difference between 440 432. CMG says everything I make is in 432 and it's very easy. Can't hear a difference. I think it's subliminal. Grounded Extract says 440 always sounded a hair out of tune, especially the G strings, but when I put my guitars to 432, they stay in tune, warmer, and not the hair out of tune thing. It's like pharma versus natural. Then again, I'm just a drummer. Ha ha ha, Rico, that's funny. That's funny. Only because I used to be married to a drummer and I know about all the drummer jokes. Yeah, 440 always seemed slightly off to me and I used a tuning fork to tune now 432. For some songs I truly enjoy 440, but 432 most feels better for my soul. Huh. Interesting. But for me, like where I stopped listening to music for a while because of that, now it's not a deal breaker for me anymore. Like now I won't not listen to something just because it's not in what I deem to be a suitable frequency. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. You still working on your site? Nice. Zero more streams. Oh, there you go. Now you got your... Why is there so many channels that start with F? Just kidding. What about K? Yeah, not very many K channels. That's what's up. We're special. We're special Ks. Thank you for calling Coffee Talk. You're on with Karen B.
Okay, testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, it's Jesse from Hingham. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Very good. Had a nice time visiting Brian and his crew and Notice Bear and Kristen Knapp and everyone in Pensacola, Florida. Very good meetup.
Awesome.
Currently driving on Interstate 85, approaching the South Carolina line, delivering some medical supplies to Columbia, picked up out of the Atlanta area. I'm not too familiar with the whole frequency thing, but I'm not going to lie, I am a big country music fan. I'm wondering if you're familiar, what is the frequency generally with country music? Would you happen to know that?
I think just mainstream music in general is all 440.
Oh, okay. Now, a lot of the country I do listen to is, I don't know if you ever heard of the so-called outlaw country. Basically, these are a lot of artists that, maybe they're on mainstream radio very briefly, and then I think, my theory is that they decide they don't want to sell out, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And they end up with a much smaller record company. So you might find them on satellite radio, for example, or you might have to just, look a little harder. For example, Heather Miles, she actually has a really good song. It's called Nashville's Gone Hollywood. She literally sings about how, country music's been corrupted and whatnot, and it's just not the way it used to be. So I'm just wondering, maybe some of the lesser mainstream country artists, go the other way. Who knows? But growing up, my parents raised me on classical music. Mozart, Beethoven, you name it, every famous composer you can think of. Do you think it's possible that even those artists way back could have been controlled, or going that far back in the 16, 17?
Actually, no. I think I think classical music isn't classical music is actually not in 440. Let's see. I don't know, but
I do know a lot of people say that it helps them go to sleep and whatnot, and I've done that too sometimes. Definitely is soothing.
Looks like I'm seeing one thing here that says at 422 hertz.
Okay.
A pitched at 422 hertz. Mozart.
In fact, my favorite piece of music growing up was actually Brahms' Violin Concerto. Anyway, another interesting thing I stumbled upon on Facebook is the truther down in the Florida area. Let's give the first name Chrissy. But anyway, about dreams. And she was thinking, it was just a theory, that when you dream, in many cases, it's actually the soul supposedly leaving the body, and the dreams you remember are actually places your soul have been. Have you ever heard of anything like that, or what's your thoughts on that one?
Say that again? The dreams you have are what?
So her theory is that, I've never heard of this before, is that your soul actually, you're not actually sleeping, but your soul actually leaves your body. That's her theory about sleep. And that the dreams you remember are just places your soul has visited.
Oh.
I've never heard that before, but I'm just curious what your thought might be on that one.
I would say that I would not think that that's like a generally what's happening every time you dream. I think you can do astral traveling when you dream, but I think you know it. At least that's what it seems like to me. I think there's a difference between like lucid dreaming or astral traveling and just your subconscious working stuff out while you're in a dream state. I don't know. I wouldn't think that that's what's happening every time. Just my opinion.
Right. No, definitely. I was just curious. I'd never even heard that before, and it seemed interesting. So I figured I'd shout it out there. I mean, every now and then, I've had a dream that literally it seems so real. Have you ever had this happen to you where literally it seems like you just can't get out of it,
Yeah.
That's compared to some others.
Yeah. Lucid dreaming. Mm-hmm.
So anyway,
all right.
Also, got a meetup coming up as well. It's going to be February 11th at McNelly's South, and that's in Tulsa, Oklahoma, 6 p.m. till whenever. So if anyone is listening in that area.
February 11th in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yes, and that's McNelly's South. You'll have to Google the address because I'm driving right now and don't remember it off the top of my head.
All right.
But McNally South, Tulsa, Oklahoma, February 11th, 6 p.m. till whenever. And people can RSVP 857-344-6209 or email me at 300K-Mileprius at gmail.com.
All right, cool.
Thank you very much.
All right.
So you're saying, I guess, apparently you're talking about Amsterdam and that guy from Amsterdam possibly coming over. So I guess what I've been reading is supposedly if you're not actually a U.S. citizen, it seems like what I'm getting at is that it seems like you still have to be vaccinated apparently to
Yeah,
get into this country.
but supposedly that's supposed to get lifted in April. So
Nice.
So,
Hopefully.
yeah. So if they end up lifting it in April, because the U.S. is pretty much the last one to lift it, then I can start making plans to bring some people over from the U.K. again. Mark's actually, he's from the U.K.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Alrighty. Well, live from Interstate 85, shout out to you, Karen, Brian, and late Rob Skiba, and of course Rick Hummer, Daryl Marvel, and all the great people I met, Jake and Dan from the band, Sue Finelli, and we'll let someone else have a chance to call in.
All right. Cool. Thank you.
All right. Talk to you again soon.
All right. Yeah, numbers 848-222-2480 if anybody wants to call in. So I see you guys still talking about the tuning, the 440. Classical music is in 440 and 441, 442. Well, I'm seeing here that it's in a bunch of different ones. Like this one here is saying 550. And then another one says, look, 383, 384. Just looking here in the descriptions here. Anyway, and 422, I saw one right here, pitched at 422 hertz. So it sounds like that the 440 is not a hard fast rule in classical music, but it is in modern music. There are orchestras that still tune to 432, however, the mainstream classical stuff will be in 440. Oh, okay. And I saw country music sometimes uses Nashville tuning for double track acoustic guitars, helps bring out the highs in the mix. Pretty sure they still use 440. Yeah. Verdi tuned to 432. Known as Verdi tuning. Yeah, it depends on the orchestra, I guess. 12-note octave was devised so the composer could score for the entire orchestra. What is chat going on over here in Rockfin? Oh. Somebody send me a tip on Rockfin? Annie D, 432 doesn't hurts at all. Cheers, Annie D. Thank you for the tip. 1111. You can easily change electric keyboard to 432. I did. Yeah. I mean, I don't really play any instruments. I did for a while in high school and stuff when I was younger, but I don't now, so I'm not hip to the tuning and how to tune and blah blah blah. Like, I bought my daughter a guitar, and I'm telling you, like, to tune it, I'm gonna have to get an app. I'm gonna have to download an app and like use the app to tell me where to tune it to, because I don't know. Jared is working on the venue as Sacramento connections. I'm still working on Vegas too, Ben. I have a guy that I've been messaging with about Vegas. Vegas may still happen. I supposedly am supposed to hear by Wednesday. So, and I'm getting emails from people are emailing me. They're like, 2023 event? Any news? Any news? I'm like, not yet. I'm working on it. Listen, I'm trying. I am manifesting as best I can. Okay, got more calls. Lindsay, thank you for calling. You're on with Karen B.
Hello, it's Rose. Good
Hi,
morning.
Rose. How are you?
I'm doing great. Can you hear the crow behind me?
Yes. A little bit.
Hello. I'm just throwing peanuts right now. Yeah, I called in because you started talking about the 432 440. And then by the time I called in, you were talking about other things, but then someone mentioned the keyboard, so I have a lot to say, because then you said stuff like, for example, you know that you can get an electronic tuner that you can attach to the fret of the guitar, and it will electronically show you the tuning, so you can just test it out. And so Jason just sets his to 432 all the time. Huh?
Yeah, I'm going to have to do that.
What? Yeah, you're going to love it, and Jason can just send you a link. And then also about the electric keyboard, first of all, I'm jealous because oddly, and maybe in comments, I don't know if that was YouTube or Rockfin, that person can let me know what kind of piano they have. Now, I have an 88 key weighted keyboard, and I recently, like in the past few years, noticed that you could change the hertz. But it doesn't let you do 432. It's so ridiculous how, like, as you're turning the knob that goes from one hertz frequency to the other, it goes from some weird number below 432 to some weird 432 point something, or like 433 point something. So it's like, wow, is this part of the agenda? So I also would want to know how old his keyboard is. But then, even though I totally want to do that, and it's better than nothing, supposedly for your cells and your body and healing, Alex, Michael, and Crow and Jason all agree that there's nothing that compares to actually recording the music with your instruments tuned. So if you could get a piano tuner to tune the piano to 432, that would be the most healing. However, a lot of people just enjoy the sound of 432, like Jason, where he just thinks it's more pleasant. Whereas since I like harder music, like more rock music, like for example, the intro to the Poppycock Report, I think that would probably sound better in 440 to me. But I'm not saying it's good for me. I'm just saying that's what I enjoy. So then it goes back to the idea of like, what about the healing benefits of just having enjoyment? Obviously, enjoying heroin, no matter how much you enjoy it, it's not going to be healthy for you. So you have to take it by a case-by-case basis. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. It's probably good in general to be... I mean, I love the healing frequencies, you know. I'll go, like every time I get in the tub, I will specifically play things that are solfeggio frequencies. Because it's like it puts me in a more meditative state. Like I kind of need that audio help, because if it's too quiet, then I start thinking about shit. You know.
I hear ya. That's for sure. I think a lot of us out there, maybe a lot of people listening to this, are all nodding their heads. Yeah. Maybe it's like a pattern with truthers. We should take a poll.
Well, I'm finding because I also have been using the forks, the tuning forks a lot more lately too. Like I've had them for a while, but then I've gotten a couple more and I've started actually using them like daily, and I'm noticing like a difference. Like it does make a difference. I feel like these frequencies are they're awesome. I'm finding that I love them. I love it. I prefer it to have the frequencies playing than to try to do the meditation thing when it's completely quiet. I prefer it.
Yeah. And then you also are into the like ideas with crystals, and you have so much information that you're interested in. I don't want to be a bitch on your show, but I almost feel like I have to make a call to action for people to troll you to get us bullet points, because everyone needs to know that I've been trying to get you on Code 777 Radio because you have knowledge, and basically if you don't make the bullet points, you're gatekeeping. And, so
Okay.
just putting that out there. You have to come on.
Okay. I will.
Is that a good argument?
That is a great argument.
Did I appeal to your emotions?
You're
Did
right.
I appeal to your emotions?
Yeah, you did. Totally. I feel very
I'm
shamed.
sorry. I feel like I manipulated you. Oh, no. Okay, so this is what Owen was talking about. This is what Owen was talking about with killing the inner Jew.
Oh, man. That's so funny.
All right, I should probably let you go in case anyone else wants to call in, and I just hope that everyone has a great day.
All right. Thank you, Rose. I love you.
All right. Love you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, man. Hell no on the Republic of Boulder. What? Check out Crow 77 episode 411 on 432 Hertz. Is that with Mark Devlin? Let's see. Let's see. Full episodes. Search episode. Nope, that's with Conspiracy Music Guru. Conspiracy Music Guru. The man who wrote the Crow 777 theme. Oh, he also wrote my theme song. Actually, I thought Rose was going to bring that up. Pretty soon, we will be releasing episode 1 as soon as I finish it. I'm almost done with it. Needs 432 and you can listen to Rose's voice, right? How the hell do you know what I'm going to say? Bullet points? I also hate making bullet points. I'm not a fan of bullet points either, but I could try. And I'm also very preoccupied with the whole trying to get a venue nailed down thing. Like, it's starting to stress me out. It's probably another reason why I started hitting the tuning forks kind of hard. I was like, man. But yeah, Ben, I'm working on getting a venue in Vegas still. Remember how expensive I was telling you they are? Well, this place is like one of them old school. It's not on the main strip. It's like the 1970s, been there forever, like old school, old school casino. And if I can book this place, it's on. It is totally on. So, but we'll see. So I know people have been emailing me. I'm still working on the event. We're going to get it though. We're going to do it. It's going to be awesome. The way they don't return messages pisses me off. Who? Did anyone see the new stones found that have natural electric properties causing sparks when in close proximity? Huh? No, I got it. I mean, it's just difficult because location's difficult, man. This is why I'm saying I need my own permanent venue, because finding the venue, and yes, I know, like I do have the backup, if all else fails, we can always go and default back to going to the Shrine Club, the Greenville Shrine Club, because they love us, and that's like, we can always have it there. But I do want to do a West Coast event, so we're going for it. But yes, yeah, dirty old school Vegas is exactly what's up, and it will be late October, that same second to the last weekend in October, right? Third weekend in October. Yeah. some of my people are like, let's just do it in Greenville. West Coast is happening. Yeah, both. Maybe, Cammie. That's actually a possibility. I was discussing that when I was with the ladies on Saturday. We got to hang out with Najla and Sarah, Spicy Sarah, and Tiffany, and we all went wine tasting at a local winery, hung out for a couple hours. It was cool. It's so great, by the way, just a side note, having you ladies here. It's wonderful. We need to get together more often. But I was totally thinking about that it is up in the air. It is possible. Like if we get the venue in Vegas, then it is not outside of the realm of possibility that we may rent the Shrine Club, but only for one day, not 2 days, just one day for everybody to go hang out in there. Maybe we could put up a big screen and we could like play the live stream there, so like they could be the stream could be going while everybody who can't go to the West Coast can go over there to hang out. And I know Law was talking about renting that park, that Herdklotz Park where we have the big meetups. That's right across the street from the venue. So there might be something at the park regardless of whether we do the Shrine Club 2 or not for a day. But it's possible. It's being thrown around. Okay. I'll just say that. It's possible. We could be doing both. Old school yes. 'Cause that's right. Like, we don't care. We're not snobs, right? We're not snobs. Yes, I said your name, Dr. Law, even though you tell me not to say your name. I said it. I did it. I did it. Look at the phone. I'm waiting. Okay, I already answered you. Venue back in Greenville. Yeah. There's probably still going to be something going on in Greenville, even though we're going to be doing West Coast Flatoberfest. So, yeah, to be announced. To be announced. Yeah. So, there you go. You will not find music tuned to 440 from our guest, and we talk about why tuning rates matter. So, Conspiracy Music Guru is officially anti-440 tuning. Anti-440. Is that the name of your new album? Conspiracy Music Guru, Anti-440? We could do Reno. Yeah. See, the only reason I really am trying hard to get a spot in Vegas is because the flights to Vegas are cheap, man. It's like cheap. And it's a hub, you know. I feel like it's like a really good location. I mean, it's basically set up, the whole infrastructure around it is set up for big gatherings, big meetings, conferences. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's Vegas. So, that's why. I'm always slapping 432. Did you just get here MFT? Because there's a whole thing going on. I'm 440 agnostic. I just go with feel. That's cool. That's what I'm saying. Like and I'm not, here's the thing too. Like, a lot of people talk about like raising your vibration and blah, blah, blah. But you know, all these different frequencies, I feel like do have a purpose. I don't know about 440. There may be, you know, but like but not as far as like 440, but as far as like lower frequencies, like these forks that I've been playing with, like 144, 174, 528, 417, all of these, you know, different frequencies, 639. See, they all serve a purpose. Here's a 96, what's this one? 963. 963. I just feel like they all serve a purpose. They're all good. The low ones and the high ones. Now, and they let me see here. You know, and they invoke different feelings. They affect your breathing. It's just really awesome. It's easier to sing to, is it? 420 is mine. Haha. So, okay. Someone's saying I tuned D to 432 instead of A to 432. And then they're saying, well, that's not D if it's 432, that's A. 313. Here. Frequencies by hertz. But you have 3 different frequencies here. So what's that? Why are there 3 different frequencies? Are different instruments at different frequencies? Or like what's going on there with that? Because it's 128, 256, 512. So obviously that's multiples of 128. So you're doing multiples. Sounds like they're ringing in my ears. Dadgad. So you guys are talking about musicians to ship stuff that I know nothing about. Different octaves. I embed 3 frequencies per track. They are octaves. Right. Okay. I don't have a fork that's 432 though. I need a 432 fork. How come we don't have 432 forks? We got 417. It's 417. .417 is another good frequency. I really like that one too. 417. And here's a trippy thing. I'm always... That hurts, sorry. So we've got 2 528 forks here. And I'm wondering, and you should be able to strike one and make the other one ring. Huh. What came first, cycles per second, hertz, or the universal definition of a second? I don't like 417. That hurts. Hurts so good. But yeah, those are awesome. Let's go. Put that back. Blood makes noise. Suzanne Vega song about blood ringing in her ears while scared at the doctor's office. Yeah. Frequency and waveforms. But it's like something about these tuning forks when you strike them that like goes through you and you can feel it, like feel it inside. It's crazy. I have a 432 hertz tuning fork. Unfortunately, it rings out at 431 and a half, so I don't use it. Huh. You're going skiing, Dr. Law? End of February or early March? Sympathetic resonance, yeah. Yes. Fantastic. Are you guys planning meetups? Just to let you know, there is a meetup in Colorado Springs in June. There's a camp out meetup. So if you guys, anybody who wants to go camping at private property, Colorado, you can, the way to get in touch with the person is through this Telegram group. And you can go to my website, flatearthfestivals.com/jamintheplane, and you can get in touch and maybe go camp with some flat earthers in June. And then Jesse said he was having another meetup in Tulsa, Oklahoma, which he just told me about. I don't have it up. It's fire, Dr. Law. Having a meetup soon. Where, Sarah? Can you call? No. No. I can't do that. Thank you for calling Coffee Talk. You're on with Karen B.
Hey, Queen B, how are you?
Hey, Dr. Law, what's up?
Nothing much. I got tired of typing in the chat. Just want to say hello to everyone. About the skiing. I'm trying to go there for one last time, maybe end of February or early March, and maybe get to do a meetup there with Ariel, Chris, and maybe Eric, or whoever else want to come. I might try to plan that if
Where
anyone
at?
wants to come. It's going to be maybe in Sugar Mountain.
Sugar Mountain? Where's that?
Yes, or Sea Beach. It's in Boone, North Carolina.
Okay, so it's up north.
Yes. I'm going to go up to, Sparkle City and stay with my brother and head up for one day and come back that night. But on a sadder note, Queen Bee, I'd like to shout out someone who's passed in our community. Her name was Alicia. She was from Anderson, South Carolina. I believe she's passed. Daryl Davis probably knows more. He posted it on his Facebook.
Oh.
She was struggling with cancer. And Daryl, shout out to Daryl. This man he is a legend. He is helping out everyone in our community who needs help. He's also helping another friend, my friend Tom. He's also a flat earther. He's come to your events. He's in Knoxville, Tennessee. But Alicia has been struggling for a while. She was there at Solar Return. If you look at Daryl Davis's Facebook page, he posted yesterday. But I met Alicia for the first time at the Flattoberfest, and we had a good, little talk. And then I've been communicating with her. I tried to get her to come to Austin's and Kai's baby shower, but she was so sick at that time, and she couldn't make it. But she wanted to come, and so we've been talking a little bit over the phone and by way of text. I just say a prayer for her and anyone else in our community who has gone to the other side. We'll see them soon enough. They want to bring anyone down, but on a better note,
Yeah, she
Peter
looks
Jarvio,
familiar.
he was in. Go ahead.
I was just saying she looks familiar. I recognize her. I'm looking at Daryl's picture right now.
Yeah. Go ahead and if you can post that, and so people know who she was. It took a toll on her from Solar Return until the last Flattoberfest. It really, yeah. Oof. Yeah. But she was a wonderful person. We spoke for a little while at Flattoberfest, and yeah. Anywho, now, and also I want to tell people out there who are nearby. Whenever we go do meetups and stuff, and these people are always, I'm gonna make it, and then they never show. These people, you guys have to understand. We're only here for a little bit, and we need to meet one another, and whenever you meet another person with a like-minded person, the vibrations and frequency that you get from them, it's you can't put it in words. So for those people who don't ever come out to meetups or that are nearby, I drove 2 weeks ago. I was down in Florida anyway, but I drove another extra hour just to go meet up with Austin, awesome Austin, at the villages. And we had people driving from 2 hours, 1 hour, from around. We had like over 20 people there, and it was a great time. Even though it rained, we had a great time. Meetups are a great thing, guys. Okay, for those people who complain that your events are too much and they never even come out to a meetup that is nearby them, I don't know what to say to you people. I just don't. Need to get up and stop the excuses. Come on out. If you've been, given a heads up about meetup, just come on out and meet people. It'll keep you grounded, right?
For sure.
Yeah. So and the things that you do for the community, making events, guys. This is not whatever price she puts on it. It's very cheap compared to what we face out there every day. With the sheeple. Just get out there and meet up and stop all the I don't know what disagreements and bickering. Just come out, have a good time.
Right.
But like I said, Karen, hopefully your Vegas thing will be great and it'll come together. And that's a great idea about renting the Greenville Shrine Club for us to watch you guys, put up a big screen. And I can get the park for Friday and do that, and we can, do things on our own and have a good meetup here on the East Coast while you guys are having a lot of fun on the West Coast.
Yeah, because I know there's going to be lots of people who aren't going to be able to go to the West Coast event. I mean, it's going to be like the flip-flop, right? Like there's a lot of West Coast people who don't come over here to the event because it's way over here. So maybe we can pull it off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm one of those who can't make it, not because I can't, it's just I don't want to go because bad memories from Vegas. my one and only time. I've had enough. But, I would go, but I'd rather do something here, for those who can't go, so we can, celebrate with you,
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But yeah, on a lighter note, Peter Jarvio was down in Atlanta last week. I don't know where he's at now this week, but I've been trying to get him to videotape his interactions for the flat smacking at the universities and colleges. So he's thinking about that and trying to find a way to do that. He just doesn't like the editing. I told him that he could send it over to us and we can, edit it for him,
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
Okay.
we
And
got
that's
people
about
that
all I
edit
have.
stuff. Sure.
Okay, that's great. I got you and I got Tommy and, whoever else want to help. I mean, there's a guy in California now. His name is William. His channel is Level-Headed William and Natalie. If you guys want to, sub to him, he's been doing live streaming and flat smacking at the in front of buildings or businesses, at post office, and he goes on college campuses. But I have to say one thing. I messaged him in his videos about Flattoberfest, this past one.
Mm-hmm.
He said, no, those people are shills. I was like, oh my goodness. Oh, I don't understand people. We're all here for the same thing. Whether you're a shill or not, if you're putting out the truth, you can discern what's good and what's bad and leave it at that.
Right.
Right. But, thanks for everything you do, Queen Bee. And, like I said, we'll be, if you guys get a meetup up there, I'll try to make it up to, Spartanburg if you guys want to do something.
All right.
Because you were talking about something, right? Some kind of meetup. Up there in Spartanburg, in a month or two.
I thought that's what Sarah said in chat.
Okay, but no, was it you wanted to do one at your house or something like that? I forgot. It was when we were in Greenville. Remember, we were talking about that a little bit.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Just give me a heads up, and I'll let you know whether I'm free or not, and I can come over there and help. Okay.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Awesome. All right. Shout out to everyone out there. And like I said, keep a prayer out for Alicia.
Yeah.
She's crossed to the other side, and we'll be seeing her soon. She was a very bright and lovely soul.
Yeah.
And she still is. All right.
All right. Thanks, Law.
Thanks, Queen Bee. I'll talk to you later.
Later.
Much love, everyone.
Dr. Law, y'all. Alicia was such a sweet, deep, and solid being. We were chatting a bit after October, and she always had such a positive and uplifting spirit, even though she was moving through. Oh. Well, that's sad. Rest in peace, Alicia. I saw Chippendales in Vegas fun times. Yeah, I know. There's some people who are saying they won't go to Vegas just because it's Vegas, but you guys, I mean, there was plenty of people who were like, didn't want to come to my events because they were at a shrine club, the Shrine Event Center. Oh, the Masons own that. Well, listen. What are we, right? We are truth warriors, right? We are in this for the truth. We are here to walk into the lion's den, and we are here to just go into the places where nobody else wants to go and shine the light of truth, my friends. So be not afraid. And just, realize that it's about the location. It's about getting the people together. It's about making it easy. The easiest and best way to get the most people together for a flat earth conference. I mean, there's nothing better. There's just nothing better. Yeah, she died, I guess, Ben. She died of she had cancer. I guess. I had no idea. She gave me and Rachel a ride back to our hotel at Flattoberfest. Aw. Yeah, when someone builds an event. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I would love to have my own event center, but I don't. So, you know. Trying to survive my show. Yeah. So anyway, that's what's up. So let me go over here. Yeah, my computer, I think, needs a restart. Because it's going so slow in the Finder. Oof. I found some old videos I've had for a while. Thought might be fun to play. Some old videos, some old school videos. Let's see. It's really low res. See if I can find it. You guys can see it. Yeah. Did anyone else think Chuck Norris was dead? No. 432 isn't actually solfeggio. That's why the forks come in sets of 9 and you have to buy the 432 separately. That's interesting. So then why does everybody make a big deal about 432? If it's not solfeggio. What's the big deal about 432 then? That's weird. Some of the Shriners I think we turn, they know that all water... Yeah! Remember? And they had that rocket that said Space Nuts or Astro Nuts on it. Astro-Nuts, N-U-T-Z. And that said the sky is our limit. Like, it was almost making fun of space. What's the big deal about 432 then? If it's not even a solfeggio. She was very awesome and brave, and I will miss her smiley face very much, says Carrie about Alicia. That news made me very sad. R.I.P. Alicia. Yeah. That's sad. Pillows are very important and blankets. Prayers and hugs to those who knew her. I recognize her, but I didn't really talk to her very much, so I didn't know her, but man. She's very awesome and brave, and I'll miss her smiley face very much. Oh. James Ritchie, thank you for the tip on Rockfin. Appreciate you. .432 is a tuning, the whole orchestra. So it's a tuning, but it's not a solfeggio frequency. Well, what? Let's see. Solfeggio guide. Solfeggio frequencies are powerful meditation and chakra aligning tools. Each of these frequencies is believed to affect different elements of the spirit and energies. The solfeggio tones only need to be listened to for a few minutes a day for the de-stressing effect to take place. Below is an explanation of how each solfeggio tone can be used to help your sound therapy journey. This is only 6 chakras, though. Solfeggio frequency 174, reduce pain, alleviate stress, influence energy rejuvenation, liberating guilt and fear, facilitating change, transformation and miracles, connecting relationships. Like, yeah, okay, so for this 528 fork, it says DNA repair. Usually, a lot of times when you see 528, it'll be associated with DNA repair or healing. This one's 144. This is not a solfeggio according to that. So, where do these tones come from? According to Professor Willie Apple, the origin of the ancient solfeggio scale can be traced back to all the way to medieval hymn to John the Baptist. The hymn was this peculiarity that the first 6 lines of the music commenced respectively on the first 6 successive notes of the scale, and thus the first syllable of each line was sung to a note 1 degree higher than the first syllable of the line that preceded it. Because the music held mathematic resonance, the original frequencies were capable of spiritually inspiring mankind to be more spirit kind. In the mid-70s, Dr. Joseph Puleo, a physician and America's leading herbalist, found 6 electromagnetic sound frequencies that corresponded to the syllables from the hymn to St. John the Baptist. According to the documentation provided in Healing Codes for the Biological Apocalypse, Dr. Joseph Puleo was introduced through an open vision to the Pythagorean method of numeral reduction. Using this method, he discovered the pattern of 6 repeating codes in the Book of Numbers, chapter 7, verses 12 through 83. The Pythagorean method is a simple reduction method used to turn big numbers into single digits. The values of all digits in the number are added up. When after the first addition, the number still contains more than 1 digit, the process is repeated. Here's an example. 456 can be reduced to 4 plus 5 plus 6 equals 15 and subsequently reduced to 1 plus 5 equals 6. So the number 456 reduces eventually to the single digit 6. Dr. Puleo found repetitions of a single issue or subject in the Book of Numbers, chapter 7, verse 12. He found a reference to the first day. The second day was mentioned in verse 18, blah, blah, blah. Do you see the repetition of 396? This is the first frequency. Interesting. Pattern is 417. So we found the next frequency by looking at verse 13, which is speaking of an offering. 6 verses down, which is verse 19, the same offering idea is repeated. Is this really how solfeggio frequencies were found? Or discovered? There's so much disinformation on healing frequencies, it's like searching for genuine info on FE these days. Okay, so as I'm reading through this, I'm thinking, what is going on? Is this accurate? And then I see your comment, the 3rd degree burns healed 432. Some of these pages could be giving false information to keep people from the truth. Yeah, you think? Look, you know, I'm just curious, like, how they found... Where did they come from? You know what I'm saying? So here, a body tuner hertz, energy tuner hertz, intuition, chakra sixth. See, it's related to the electromagnetic spectrum, is it not? Right? So here. Like when you talk about lasers. Okay, like what determines the color of the laser is the wavelength in nanometers, right? So like 550, that's the green, you know. These different wavelengths give you the different colors. So the frequency should be associated with the color. So this is talking about 5G. Like, is this the... Yeah. Yeah, the chakras colors, it's all connected. That's like that's how when people want to know, this is how I tell people how to know like what crystals are good for what. It's what color is the crystal. Like it's literally that easy. It's all color coordinated. What color is the crystal? The crystal's color will tell you what it vibrates at, or what the oscillatory rate of it is, the vibration of it, what it's good for. It tells you, it expresses itself visually to let you know. Chakra colors follow the wavelength spectrum. And like, you know, like when people do different light therapies, like red light therapy, blue light therapy, purple light therapy, violet light, like that's all because they're associated with different frequencies and they have different benefits, right? 432 reduces to 9. Yes, it does. That's true. Yeah. Agreed, Alex. Any good research on frequencies is all as hard to come by, it seems. It is. You guys, this is why we just need to get a lab and we just need to start working on it ourselves. I'm seriously considering investing in one of those Spooky 2 machines that do the different frequencies because I want to play with it. And wasn't it too, like, supposedly that Rife who started that whole thing with the healing with the different frequencies, like he had a whole list of frequencies that he had found and identified for certain things that he was using, and like a lot of that information is gone. Well, black light is the violet. That's like the UV light. What they call a black light is a UV light. It's higher up. It's up here in the UV range. Right. Alchemy book on the left, black light next to red. Well, I mean, if you're talking about going, well, that's not light. Like when you start getting to infrared and microwave and radio, it's like then it's not visible. Which is that dark then? Since it's not visible. But if you think of a black light where you go under it and everything like glows or certain things react to it, that's UV light, which is up in the purple violet spectrum. Yeah, right. So that's what we need to do. I'm all about it. Because I feel like sound therapy is like huge to me. It's huge. I love it. And this is like a few years ago, I sort of embarked on this journey. This was even before COVID, right? Before COVID, I sort of had this, I wanted to learn to help people heal their body, mind, and spirit all at the same time. Because I feel like that's the Holy Trinity, is your body, your mind, and your spirit. And they're each one of those three different things, even though they're all connected, you need to do different things to each one to bring them into alignment, right? And then to have the healthiest version of all those parts so that when it comes together as a whole, it is serving you the best way that it can, right? Your body, your mind, and your spirit. And so I sort of have been ever since then, almost like as a way to help people sort of exit the matrix and like come to terms with, the paradigm shift of a new reality, blah, blah, blah. Like, a mental well-being and relieving physical stress is a huge part of that. So I started to study all these different healing modalities, and I started with, I can't remember which one I did first. I did the electromagnet, the biomags, right? The biomagnetism with the red and the blue magnets, right? Biomag. I did that. I didn't do all levels of training though. I only did the first level of training. I also did take a class on crystal healing. And I learned all about crystals and how to use those as for healing and balancing your chakras and relieving stress and maintaining sort of a mental and electrical health. And then the last one that I wanted to do and get into is the tuning forks, which is the one I've been focusing on the most recently. It's the third one, right? I wanted to do biomagnetism, crystal healing, and then the biofield tuning with the tuning forks. Last one to do is the tuning forks one. I really want to take her training course too, and I haven't done it yet, but I've been, watching a lot of her videos, and I've taken some of her standalone classes, her little lead classes and stuff, and I've purchased a lot of the forks just to actually play with them and work with them and stuff. And I feel like personally I get the most out of the tuning fork one, or I find it to be the most intriguing, and I find it to give the most, for me, like I feel the effects of it physically the most, not that the other two don't do something too. I just feel like this is way more effective. I don't know if that's the right word. There's something about it. Maybe it's just me. I think it's me that I think I respond to it better than the biomagnetism and the crystals. Although I love the crystals, I can't say that but there's something about these tuning forks and the sounds that they emit and that energetic vibration going through your field, and it really really doing a lot to sort of like, almost like if you imagine like a room with a bunch of cobwebs and you're dusting all the cobwebs off the room. It's still the same room, but now it's like cleaner, it's brighter, it doesn't have things hanging around it making it, drab. It's just a weird, I don't know how else to describe it. Would you walk into a cathedral back in the day with the pipe organ playing, angelic singing colors of stained glass, and you'd walk out completely whole and healed mentally, physically, and spiritually? Possibly. I can imagine where something like that would be like a sound bath. Like we have these people that do things like sound baths, right? Where they take the room and they fill the room up with these beautiful sounds and vibrations, these beautiful instruments, those steel drums, tuning forks, singing bowls, crystal bowls, whatever. Yeah. Is there a Rife community out there who shares data? That's a good question, Zach. The musicians in the group have the best understanding of how light propagates. In my opinion, it is the same. Has dark left and right. Well, it's different though. If you look at this, what I have up, it's like this is going into the dark, like red spectrum. And then over here it goes like purple into like indigo, violet. Yeah. But it does, I mean, it does go, you know, it does be there. The visible spectrum is only in here, right? This is the visible spectrum, right? This visible light section right here. All this other stuff is not, it's not visible. It's detected in other ways. Cheers, Gordy Two Shoes. Agree. Seems to me anyway that the tuning forks are less subtle, more physical than the other two modalities you mentioned. Yeah. Less subtle or more physical. And there's, and I, like I said too, I think I mentioned before, I got to read that book, Electric Body, Electric Health. But there's something about the electric health, electric body, electric health. Like I really, that's another thing too. I'm really trying to think of things, you know, from an electrical perspective, like an electrical point of view, like, and what that means. How does electricity get transferred? You know, is a disease, really a mystery, like an actual physical mystery bug, or is it a frequency? Is it a parasitic frequency that somehow is able to embed it into the frequency of your physical being somehow and cause disease? And then how do you get rid of it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just wonder if that's a way to think about how things work. Because we all, you know, we know germ theory has not been proven to be true. And then there's something to terrain theory, but then there's certain things that come up where you're like, well, this seems like it is being somehow transmitted or going from one person to another, even though it's not consistent and it's not something that happens on, you know, like it's not like a for sure thing, right? It's extremely inconsistent and it doesn't always happen, but it does seem to happen. So, you know, is it as simple as our bodies are putting out the signal or some sort of pheromone or detox signal that triggers another person into a detox, possibly? Or is it an actual frequency, like a virus, like how we think of a virus in a computer, right? Like it's a code, it's a frequency, it's a bit of information. It's not like an actual physical thing. So whenever I look at the visible light spectrum, I always think of how Herschel accidentally discovered infrared and ultraviolet by accidentally getting a temp reading in the non-visible. Yeah. Is our rainbow color spectrum going to change? No, I don't think so. Shouldn't. Exactly what you were talking about now is on my mind a long time, right? Yeah. Hey, Dan. Through Mercury. What you say, Ben? Through Mercury. Visible light is only 7% of the known spectrum. That's just it. There's more unseen forces than there are seen forces. There are more unseen forces than there are seen forces. Like much more of this realm is unseen than is seen. And that is like a big point that I think that they should be focusing on more when, you know, as people, to young ones, people who are learning their way, how this place works. Way more unseen than there is seen, right? Why you only use tune with a fork, never used electronic or whatnot? Yeah. It does happen when people get exposed to the same environment. Poison. Yeah. Oh, I 100% agree. If people are in a toxic being poisoned, they're gonna get sick. Like, totally. And you know what's crazy? I keep saying this because I very distinctly remember being in junior high and being in sex education class and them going over how viruses are transmitted because this is in the middle of the AIDS epidemic. Right? The AIDS plandemic. Which is crazy to think about growing up through that. And then like this whole like terrain versus germ theory thing being blown off the top of that. It's like, whoa. Whoa, dude. Like, and I was in San Francisco. I was at like ground zero for the AIDS epidemic, right? So, you know, it makes you wonder. Where was I going with that? Someone's radiating healthy. Terrain theory, right? So, oh, that's what I was saying. That was in class. Okay, and I remember them saying very specifically, to get a virus, it had to be injected. Or you had to have sex. Or have a significant exchange of bodily fluids, i.e. blood transplant. That's how you got a virus back in 1991. Okay? Now, the damn things live on plastic, they float through the air, they mutate, they replicate, they... whatever kind of bullshit fantasy story they want to tell you about it now. But I remember it used to very distinctly be, if you got a virus, it was either injected or you had sex or you got a blood transplant or you were like eating their saliva. Yeah, light to get vitamin D. Also, mushrooms are high in vitamin D. Just eat some mushrooms. Neither theory is complete. They both correct parts and incorrect parts. Yeah. It's I think we're working on it, but the reason I like to push the whole germs don't exist thing is because I want that conversation started. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, well, we don't like you shouldn't say that," or they just feel like people aren't ready for it or they're not ready to have the conversation. No, fuck that. We're going to have this conversation right now. Right now. Prove these things exist and prove that they are contagious from person to person. They haven't done that. I might get in trouble for saying that on BoobTube. Well, fuck them. Seriously. We need to have that conversation. That's the thing that nobody wants to talk about. You know, it's like this whole BS thing that just went down on Twitter with Project Veritas, right? Let me see if it's still like showing up. Every time, I keep seeing Project Veritas retweeting their stupid video talking about 24 million views, 25 million views, blah blah blah. Let's see. Right? So, look at them. They just keep retweeting this stupid, staged, undercover video. Look, 25 million views. you know, and they keep updating it. 10 million, 11 million, 20 million, blah, blah, blah views, right? And now look what's trending as a result of this stupid video. What's been trending? Oh, Moderna, Pfizer lied, people died. Like, all these things are trending now as a result of this stupid video, but it's still skirting the main question here. It's skirting the main question, which is, do viruses exist as described? We need to have this conversation, and we need to scrutinize it, and we need to get to the bottom of it, and people need to go back to square one. It's just like with Flat Earth, where they go, oh, this and that, and when they make all these assumptions, you know, oh, like the Cedarial day. Oh, that's because the star field in the world is turning and turns 4 more minutes longer to blah, 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 blah. Well, let's go back to square one. And why don't you prove that the Earth is moving in the first place? Or why don't you prove that there's curvature? Because guess what? We tried to do direct measurements of the Earth twice, at least twice, many more times. It's been done dozens of times by multiple people, and nobody's been able to measure any Earth curvature. So let's just go back to square one. You know, and this is the whole thing. This is just one lie to back up another lie. They think it's so huge. Look at them. They keep retweeting stuff. They're so fucking proud of themselves. It's almost like Pfizer was like, hey, Project Veritas. Yeah, we want to set something up with you. Like, you know, people are starting to, they're not afraid of the mystery bug enough. And, you know, even though, you know, it kind of makes it look bad, maybe that like the vaccines could possibly be a failure, or maybe possibly full of poison or maliciously made, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if everybody thinks that, right? Like, they think it's like some big breaking story because, oh, look, Pfizer is being excused, but they don't, being exposed, but they don't care as long as you're still afraid of that bullshit bug that doesn't exist. And it just makes me sick. So like, that's why I want to have this conversation. People need to talk about it, you know, even whether it's accurate or not to say that, you know, germs don't exist at all. I don't care. I'm going to say it because I want to have this conversation. Obviously, it doesn't work it doesn't work the way that we've been told, right? Something's fishy here, and they're using it clearly in a malicious way, right? But they don't care as long as you're still afraid of the mystery bug. They don't want you, you know, they don't want the masses to know that there is no contagion, because that disarms the whole thing, right? If there's no contagion, all of it's done. All of it's done. All of it. All of it. Bad actor. Right. I'm still bleaching my mail. Medical misinformation. I know, right? I know. I'm going to get one. I may have to delete this stream off YouTube. I don't know. But seriously, though, we need to have this conversation. But remember when I did get my strike on YouTube, it was because of that. It was a medical misinformation strike, right? And then I went and I talked about all the things you're not supposed to talk about. You're not supposed to question the existence of said thing. You're not supposed to question, you know, whether it makes you sick. You're not supposed to say it's like the flu. You literally can't say anything. Curvature 19. You have to delete the truth. Seriously, if I want to keep my channel, and it sucks. It sucks. You know? But I don't want to not say stuff. I don't want to censor myself. I mean, I feel like I already do that enough. So it's like if I could just say it, but then I just have to delete it or they'll take my channel away. And I just don't want to take the time to build up a new channel. I just don't. I just don't. Remember, the air is lava, right? Exactly. The air is lava. The air is lava. And I have this really cool shirt that I made. Oh, whoops. Nope, that's not. It's, it says the air is lava. And I have in men's and women's, the air is lava. I mean, it's such a joke. It's such a joke. Also, I have Coffee Talk with Karen B mugs. You can get a Coffee Talk with Karen B mug. Drink your coffee with me in the morning. Think about me every time you drink coffee. Anyway. DNA is insane hard to break down, so trying to understand it is a fairly recent thing. Yeah. What about DNA? There's got to be, that's a whole nother thing too. Isn't Dr. Tom Cowan like saying he doesn't believe in DNA now? It's interesting to think about though. Like, how does everything work? Like, we really do have to go back and decode everything and refigure this shit out. Because they have lied about so much. Even if you delete it, venting is a healthy thing, right? Right? Right. Seriously. What did I get a medical misinformation? Oh, I know what it was. It was for my Flatoberfest live stream, which was members only, and they still gave me a strike. A hard strike. Yep. Have a wonderful day, Annie D. Sky's the limit. What about big bells? Yeah, like church bells and stuff. $3.96. That's a good tone. I think I have a $3.96 fork. Right here. $3.96. That's pleasant. That's pleasant. $3.96. That's a good tone. I like that one. The problem is when people who propose such things don't do that work. Not all scientists who work on DNA are mainstream. Yeah. Hi, James Maiden. Oh, the air is lava. I was wondering what you're referring to, and I googled it up. Yeah. It's like the compressed air people. If you pose something to people who know nothing, it's not hard to sound wise. Ben, there are lots of examples of that going on. Lots of examples. Tons. And it's almost maddening. Yeah. Yeah, the ancient healing centers, which were the cathedrals, have now become like control centers, right? Brainwashing mind control centers. And then the healing centers are the hospitals, which are actually the death traps, Yeah. We don't live in fear over fabrications. Yeah. Yeah, man. Oh, wow, 12:44. Okay, well, it's probably time to wrap it up. It's getting a little late in the day. Gotta, do some stuff. Plan for dinner this evening. Work on some projects. But anyway, it was really a pleasure to have you all here with me today and discuss whatever we discussed, all the lovely things, the spectrum, the electromagnetic spectrum, the healing frequencies, tuning, fascinating subjects. We have to get through that. I haven't listened to this episode yet. I'm gonna have to play this episode. Listen to Conspiracy Music Guru on Crow 777 and see what's up with that. But yeah, fascinating. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your week or strengthened, however you like to call it. And, check out some solfeggio frequencies, some healing frequencies. Check out Conspiracy Music Guru's album. Try it. If you're not good at meditating, or if you don't ever meditate, it's almost like a way to meditate without even knowing you're meditating. It really does do a lot to help you feel better. So try it. I recommend trying it. And, yeah. I hope you all... Yeah, cool stream. Thank you. Cheers. Appreciate you all being here. We'll have to talk more about the frequency thing, the sound thing. Get more into it. That's a good subject. Anyway, appreciate you all for being here. Appreciate all your support. Everybody who is here watching, all my supporters on Rockfin, Patreon, anybody who's ever sent any sort of super chat. Did I not see a super chat earlier? Peaceful, $10. Try Gregorian chants sent again just in case. Try Gregorian chants? What do you mean try Gregorian chants? Try Gregorian chants. Is that a thing? I know there's Gregorian chants. Tri-County. Okay, but that's... Tritone. Yeah. I will look at that too. All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. Appreciate you being here. Good luck with that gravel project. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and rest in peace to Alicia. Sorry for your guys' loss. I unfortunately didn't get to know her very well, but sorry to hear of another lost one. All right. Okay. Thanks, you guys. Have a wonderful day. Peace. And for those who wish to send me stuff through snail mail, you can send it to P.O. Box 10, Earl, North Carolina, 28038. There are also links below for Flat Earth merch, and you can send me donations. And I do appreciate all the support. Sincerely, thank you very much. Also, please go to flatearthfestivals.com for all information about upcoming Flattoberfests and Flat Earth-friendly local meetups. If you are organizing a local Flat Earth meetup, email me at flatearthfestivals@protonmail.com with your meetup information to have it listed on the website for free. For everything else, you can email me at karenbfe@protonmail.com. Thank you for being here.